Hello everyone, you're welcome back once again. My name is Victor More here, and in this channel we solve mathematics questions, and as it is, we are solving the 2025 mathematics WIC exams mathematics question. We have finished solving the theory part. There are 5 questions there, and then we are going over to the section B, also the theory part. It will be of interest if you subscribe to the channel and also share the video to your friends out there who might be preparing for the examination and who might also be studying mathematics related courses that this could be a foundational information that could help them. All right, in this section B, we have this question number 6. Question number 6. This question says, because of the calculations that are here, I solved this question before now, so I'll be consulting the figures I have, to bring explanation to us. Okay, the way I handled it. It says, in a certain year, the consumption pattern of electricity charges in a town was as follows. It says the cost of the first 30 units was $1 per unit. And then the cost of the next 30 units was $7 per unit. The cost of each additional unit was $5 per unit. Let me leave the question first. Let's develop on this first part. If you look at this question that is given to us here, the consumption pattern of electricity in a given town. So if you are consuming electricity in that town and you consume electricity such that you consume given quantity or units of electricity, the first 30 units, the charge is $1 per unit. So that is to say, if I have, let's assume consumption, and I have charge. If I have the first 30 units, each first 30 units, the charge is going to be 30 times 1. And let's say amount will be $30. Do we get? And if you take another additional 30 units, the charge this time will be $7 per unit. 30 times 7. And by my calculation, 30 times 7 is $210. So you can see the accumulation here. You can see there is going to be accumulation. And they now said, after this level, any other consumption the individual accumulates, the charge there is going to be $5 per unit. So whatever that consumption is going to be each unit $5, each unit $5. So, but let's get something here. You see that here at this level, one must have accumulated 60 units, and the total consumption amount the person is going to pay is going to be $240. Okay, now look at what happened here. They now say, if Amaka, this person, used 420 units of electricity in January that year, calculate the amount the person paid. If the person used 420 units of electricity in January that year, calculate the amount the person paid. So you realize that the person consumed 420 units of electricity, and inside that 420 units of electricity, we are going to remove this. Do we get? Which is this amount. So if we have January January consumption, and it is 420 units. And then we are going to say this 420 now, let's remove 60 out of it. Okay, if we remove 60 out of it, the leftover is going to be times 5. This 60 has this uh, amount payment, so the leftover here is going to give us a quantity that this person will now be paying $5 per unit. So by my calculation, 420 minus 60 gave me 360. 360 units times 5. $5 per unit, and that gave 1,000 in amount, $1,800. $1,800. That is what this person paid for the extra consumption after consuming the first 60 units. So we realize that the actual amount this person now paid in January is going to be this amount generated from this unit of consumption, total of which is this, then plus this unit of consumption at this cost, total of which is this. So by the time we add them together, by the time we add these two things together, okay, we now realize that we now have this plus 2,400, 240 is going to give us, this should be 2,000 because this is $2,040. Okay, $2,040. That is going to be amount of money Amaka paid in January. Okay, so if we also look at the second part of the question that says if Amaka paid $2,740 in the month of February, calculate the number of units of electricity consumed. Okay, so if you look here, you say in February, amount, okay, in February amount, we have $2,740. Okay, but you now know obviously we are going to remove this emanating from those previous daily consumptions. So if I remove minus 240 here, what will be left will be, this will be 0, 0, 0, 0, this is 5, and this is 2. That is $2,500. Okay, will be left. And then you now realize that, I hope you understand why this removal here. This leftover here now is the amount paid as a result of a unit consumption at the cost of $5 per unit. So this is what will be accumulated. So if I divide it by 5, I am going to obtain, of course, 5 into 25 is 5. This will be equals to 500 units. 500 units of electricity. Okay, 500 units of electricity. Now, remember that this 500 units of electricity, that this amount is coming from 30 and 30, which is 60. So, obviously, we are going to have total electricity consumption in February to be total electricity consumed in February to become 500 plus 60, 30 here, 30 here, plus 60. That will give us 560 units. 560 units that were consumed in February. And if you move ahead to look at the next question, they say find correct to two decimal places the percentage change in units of electricity consumed by Amaka in January and February. Percentage change. So first of all, we look at change. Let's see now. Change in consumption is going to be 560 consumed in February minus what quantity was consumed in January. It was given 420 units. Okay, this is going to give us 560, 420, 500 minus 400, 100, 60 minus 20 is 40. That's 140 units is a change. In percentage now, in percentage, this will be 140 over initial consumption in January, which is 420, then times 100 over 1. Take away 0 here, take away 0 here. 2 divide 10 is 5. 2 divide 42 is 21. 7 divide 21 is 3. 7 divide 14 here is 2. So I have 20 times 5. 20 times 5 over 3. So this is going to give me 100 over 3, which is 3.3%. That 3.3, 3 into 10 is 3. 3 into 10 is 3. 10 point, remainder 3. So that's a recurring decimal anyway. So what have we been able to do? We've been able to explain in detail how this consumption pattern went. So I believe that there is adequate explanation that could help one to follow this whole thing, this whole calculation. So the consumption in January, the consumption in February, you see the demonstration of the pattern, how it went. I believe this explanation will help us. Please, we are going over to the next question, and which is question 7, and I believe you will be there. If this thing we are doing is in one way or the other useful to you, the only thing, a way of saying, giving us a handshake and saying thank you for having helped me to get this little knowledge is by clicking that subscription button, liking the video, and sharing to your friends. There's no other way you can do that other than that little show of love. We believe and we trust that you are going to do that. Thank you so much for being there.